Dear Jez, hello, welcome back. We are on the 11th, I think, of May. So we have said goodbye to April. We've done 7 weeks, I believe, in this kind of lockdown mania situation. Parents have actually gone out for a walk together, so I thought I would pick up the camera and update you. There really isn't that much to update, but last night, as you are probably well aware, Boris kind of issued a pre-recorded statement about the next kind of phase of this lockdown for the UK. And it was very much, there's been a lot of kind of positives and negatives that have already come out of it. It's only been a few hours of today. But the press and the media and everyone is just kind of jumping on it as he didn't go into enough detail, or he went into too much, or he didn't cover this and he did cover that. And so it is very mixed messages at the moment. Still, we're trying to get used to the new thing that he wants us to do, which is basically his thing was, if you can't work from home, go to work. Now, first of all, I think where he went wrong with that is he should have been a bit more specific as to who that appeals or applies to. So, for example, waiters cannot work from home, okay? But there is no point them going into work at this moment in time because there's not going to be any customers. So he should have said, if you're from a factory, a warehouse, a production line, a builder, a mechanic, he should have said if they're of that thing, they need to go in. If they are someone who works in an office and uses a laptop and has been working from home up until this point, to still do so. There was a kind of CCTV footage of the tube this morning, and the whole station was filled with a load of suits. And they can't have been going to factories and warehouses and production lines and all the rest of it. So people are literally getting fed up of doing this lockdown. Like, I'm completely with them. But it's a very mixed message. So where does that kind of leave us? So we're 7 weeks in, and I believe it's going to be another 3 more weeks before they start to reduce or do any of these kind of step 1, step 2, step 3s that they've kind of got planned. So they're hoping to get some kids back in June. They're hoping restaurants July, which of course furlough ends on the 30th of June, and there's been currently no talk about whether it's going to be extended or what's going to happen. So obviously, if they're thinking restaurants can go back in July, there won't be an extension, I imagine. But if between now and then, like there's a peak or a rise, or we end up backtracking, they're going to have to do something, because again, hospitality industry is mega in trouble. So it's kind of a watch this space, really. So that is everything that is going on in the world. How am I? I'm good. I've been really busy. So I did like 2 short videos before this, and I've not uploaded them yet because I've just wanted to space them out a little bit. But I realised that within both of them, I kind of covered the same thing, and then I contradicted myself in them. So I just thought, you know what, I'll scrap them. I'll just do this one instead, and I'll upload it as soon as I can. So, like I said, I've been a bit busy. I've been doing various creative stuff like my diamond art and puzzles. I've been sorting through my laptop and trying to get the holiday photos under control, because dating to 2017 onwards, I hadn't gone through, edited, got rid of the ones that were fuzzy or blurry or duplicated and stuff like that. So that was quite nice to kind of relive the holidayness. And now I'm just working on Hayley's wedding, of which there's thousands, but I do not need thousands of photos of people that I may or may not know. So I'm just going to choose the select favourites for me and keep them as like a folder. I have also, what else have I been doing? I've been watching stuff on Netflix and Disney Plus quite a lot. I've been helping Mum painting the outside garden fence. We've done half of it, but it's a really big garden, so we've got one more side to do and then we're completely done. But the weather's sort of changed. It's like really windy today, so not going to be painting that today. I baked a cake, as you saw. The kind of headquarters of our place are trying to keep people's spirits up. They've been doing quizzes. Now they're doing a bake-off just to try and keep people kind of interacting with one another and stuff. So I thought I'd enter it. You never know. And I've yet to taste it, so I'll let you know how it tastes. What else have I been doing? I've been working on a secret project at the moment. One which I will tell you after you see this, but it's not one that I really want to say anything about on YouTube yet. But I'm really hoping that that's going to kind of take off soon. I've been job hunting and not had much success at the moment. Like, just no one's getting back to me. And I've also been flat hunting. Yeah, so originally I did not want to move out of my family home and rent a place, because I just see renting as such a waste of money. Like, it's great, you get your own space, but it's not yours. And the whole while I was growing up, I strongly believed I didn't want to do that, right? And for the last year or so, I set up a ISA, like a house ISA, with NatWest, probably 2 years ago now. And I kind of set it up with the intention that that would be my mortgage kind of deposit fund. And it's growing a little, it's not growing massively. And I've just been kind of thinking, especially while I'm stuck here, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm glad I'm with Mum and Dad at this time, but it does make me wish that I did have my own space, because I feel like they are constantly here and we're constantly on top of each other. And, you know, that if I go upstairs, they just kind of yell up every 5 seconds, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yes, I'm in my room, like, I'm talking to someone or I'm doing something, like, leave me alone, I'm 25. So I kind of thought, do you know what, I'd really like to move out by the end of this year. And so I started looking at houses and like flats to buy. So I don't need a massive place, right? I'm happy with a 1 bed. But to buy a 1 bed, minimum, absolute rock bottom minimum is 180,000 easily. And, you know, more often than not, it's over 2. And the issue I have is that no matter how much money I have with me and what I'm going to get from Mum and Dad's grant, it's not going to even cover it remotely, because then the bank will only give me X and I still need Y's chunk to make it up. So not only has deposits gone up from 10 to 20 needed, but then you still need like 50k. And it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm never going to get that. Even if Mum's doing the whole, you'll get a sharing nan stuff soon, and all the rest of it. She could live for another 12 years yet. I was like, I'm not going to be living at home till I'm 40 for that to happen. So I've come to the kind of understanding, I think, that if I want to kind of leave home sooner, I need to rent. Even if it's just for a year. Like, if I just rent to get my own space, and then hopefully within that year stuff can happen, and then maybe I'll be in a better position to move out and buy a mortgage. Because at this moment in time, everyone I know who's moved out has done it with another person. That's my major issue at the moment. I'm doing it alone. So I only have half the money rather than double. And, you know, it's 1 salary, not 2. So there's just all these factors that if you're a single person, it goes against you immediately. Plus, they're looking at my job, which obviously is not the most stable, as this current time is proving. So there's all these different factors that do go against me. So yeah, I'm thinking of renting for a year just to get my own place. Even if that then means that, like, in that year, okay, it's a year of rent I'll be spending that I don't want to. But if in that year I find someone that I like and I want to move in with, it's a win-win, because then he's got money, hopefully. So that's kind of where my head's at the moment with this whole situation. It's making me kind of realise what I want to do with the rest of my life, sort of, and where I want to be. Obviously our June holiday has been cancelled. We're not going. We are waiting for the flight money to come back to us, but they're still kind of working their way through May customers, so ours will be a while yet. And then we are hoping for restaurants to be back up and running in July, which is when they said they'll start to, but we could really do with a certain restaurant opening, at least to us, because we've already booked it and it's for Mum's 60th. So it'd be really, really good if they could kind of make that happen. At the very least, it does look like, you know, there's not going to be a stronger curfew at this time, so Hayley and John can come round if the worst comes to it. I can go pick up the cake from Heidi, and we could always have like a takeaway here in the celebration here if restaurants don't work out. But I'm just major kind of fingers crossing everything. We've also got that Highclere Castle trip for her, which is like a Downton Abbey thing. Again, secret, all paid for. But who knows whether or not it'll work with social distancing. I've no idea. So that's about it, really. I spoke to Jess on Zoom the other day. It was really nice to see her and catch up. Obviously, I've still got a Christmas present here. So who knows when we'll be able to meet in person. I've no idea. What they really need to do is kind of say when like social stuff can happen again. So they've kind of said you can meet one person outside your household as long as you keep the 2 metre thing. But, you know, can you not go into the other person's house? Like, they're being quite low key on that at the moment. So that's about it, really. I would like to join in with my family's kind of tradition. It's not a tradition. But at the moment we're all saying that like at the end of lockdown we'll all treat ourselves to something nice. Something quite like, you know, out there, something we wouldn't normally get as a kind of, this year has been really weird so far, like we all deserve something to kind of pick us up. And I think my something is going to be the Disney Lego castle. Maybe. So I kind of vowed, along with the whole saving for rent, looking for jobs and paying off my credit card and stuff, I've tried to boost my collection of pop vinyls, the little kind of figurines you see upstairs, just because I know I've got so many still to get. And I just kind of think if I do move out and if I do get a mortgage, then I'm not really going to want to be spending money on Disney, so as much as I'd love to. So I'd really like to have my collection complete, or as near to complete as possible, with like the few rare ones to get, because then I can just kind of move everything in and not buy a load of stuff. That would be great. So whilst I'm not moving anywhere, that is what I'm planning on doing. And as it happens, all the estate agents and stuff, they are currently still closed. I'd like to think they will get back to me eventually, but you know, who knows. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go now, and I will speak to you soon. I hope you and Sam are well and are coping. Let me know how you're getting on and stuff. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.